It was a year ago that the last workers at the Roseburg Forest Products Mill walked off their shift for a final time, ending an era of work that dated back to 1969. But Friday, this massive 444,000 square foot facility was buzzing with the sound of excitement and dreams instead of aging machinery, as a new partnership gathered to officially start the conversion of the old mill into a full-scale film and television production studio.
3, 2, 1.
We'd known a plan was being developed almost as soon as the mill closed, but Missoula Economic Partnership CEO Grant Keir and his staff played their cards close, with Keir admitting Friday that the arrival of the new Story House, Montana, actually germinated because Roseburg approached the partnership asking how to help Missoula.
We know we can't sustain this operation anymore in Missoula, and we want to do the right thing for the community. So help us find a good transition for this space so that it helps build a future for Missoula that reflects how much we appreciate what Missoula has done for us for decades. And so we were delighted to introduce Roseburg and Story House and watch their relationship get built to bring us here today.
Partners Sean Patrick Higgins and James Brown III, who were already developing a residential and commercial community in Wyoming, jumped at the chance to utilize the site as they have been looking for a location to pursue their combined production experience.
And we toured the Bonner site, we toured other cities in Montana, and we ended up having to get read in on an NDA from Grant Keir to learn about the site. And once we saw that there's, this amazing space existed, absolutely film ready, and the opportunity to utilize some of those workers who would ultimately lose jobs because of it shutting down, it just felt like such an opportunity.
An opportunity based around the 47-acre site, and especially this massive warehouse, which will be converted into sound stages and production facilities.
This is a great facility for film and television production, but the story behind Story House goes a little bit deeper than that. There's a feeling here of giving back to the community, of helping Missoula and Montana.
Higgins explained his experiences of coming from a veteran's family, with the partners having a desire to make a difference.
Seeing that and knowing that there are better resources, better opportunities, that's part of the heartbeat of it. And so a roof overhead is just half the battle, but a reason to get out of bed in the morning is the other, right? So the ability to create meaningful jobs where people have community, where you can have mission-based, good work boot jobs, as we call them.
Higgins says their goal is to help train and retrain the displaced mill workers and others so they can fill the 85% of film and production crew jobs which require the skills they may already have.
It's not all Brad Pitts and Angela Bassett's, although we need those folks. There's only 10 to 20 of the what I'll call creative talent on any film set. You then have all your accountants, your producers. You go below that to the below the line jobs, and you have your crew. So you have riggers, construction foremen, you have electricians laying everything, you have laying protection, turning over locations, flipping sets around, and that's 85% of any film set. So let's say you have a $10 million film, you got 180 folks on that job. Easily 140 of those are going to be skilled labor positions.
Keir says it's a storytelling legacy that runs deep in Missoula and western Montana.
And for thousands of years, this was home to the Salish people, who used stories to tell their history, to share their culture, and to share knowledge. And for hundreds of years, the people of Missoula have been tradespeople and artists and storytellers.
A mission helped along by up to $12 million a year the studio at Story House will have access to because of the Montana Media Act initiative, just approved by the legislature and signed into law by Governor Gianforte this week. 2 productions are already in the pipeline, but perhaps the most interesting story in the next 12 months will be watching the partners as they dare to keep dreaming.
There's so many spaces and opportunities to do joint ventures with local businesses, to bring more filmmakers into this space, to bring more commercial, businesses into the space. And it's really only as big as our imaginations are. And the good news is Sean and I are dreamers, and we have an amazing team behind us to help realize those dreams.
In Missoula, Dennis Bragg, Montana News Now.